What's going on, my crew? This is Jay. Welcome to another episode of the Dark Trilogy, and in today's episode we are going to be doing some stuff. What is it? Kind of stuff, might you ask? Well, that's a good question. So I wanted to get back to business. We have not been we have not been really doing a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do in a long time. Basically, what I'm doing right now is trying to get laboratory blocks, and a lot of them. I want to show you guys what I did off camera, because I've done quite a bit, actually. I know that I've told you guys that I really wanted to focus... Oh, that's a lot of laboratory blocks. That I really wanted to focus on a few other little minor things, some different mods again. Well, we are working on mods. First of all, check this out. Built a garden outside of the normal facility. Finally, I need to go into the ME drive thingy and make sure that I've got all the veggies over here and stuff like that. The bees needed to be placed right over here because they need the weather. So I've just been loading these guys up and kind of making as... Oh, we got a majestic. That was not intentional. Uh-oh. Those are Imperial drone, or yeah, Imperial drones right there, which was not intentional, but I'll take it. Yeah, so we've got some things moved, but as you guys could tell, I've been working over here. Now, what this is the inverted white lamp. Let's talk about the lumen whatever lamps here. Here we go. Now, these things were great. I don't know what else I can use the lumen ingots for. Okay, it looks like we can... There's quite a bit of things that we can use it for. But I don't like this. First of all, we need hardened glass or fused quartz, which is pretty costly. Fused quartz, we only get 1 out of 4 nether quartz. And nether quartz isn't exactly easy to come by. We get 2 from pulverized obsidian, which you only get 4 from pulverizing an obsidian block. So that really wasn't an option. I went back to these inverted white lamps because if we look at the inverted white lamp recipe, all we need is black lumar. Super easy. Just sand, redstone, a little glowstone, and then we can do black dye. We can do all sorts of different stuff. Ink sacs. I don't exactly... Okay. Look at this. We've got tons of lilies, but most importantly, I built a mortar pastel thing. Let's actually, you know what? It's going to be a lot easier if we do this. Black dye from extra bees. That is probably gotten from a black dye comb or black comb. We got the extra biomes one. And there should be, yeah, black mana petal. If we put that with a pastel and mortar, we get flora black powder, which is what I've been using. Let's go back downstairs for a second, because I think I put... I hear music. There we go. I thought I heard some music. In here, we get the lumar lamp and inverted lumars. I need to get some more glass, but this gives quite a bit of light. I wanted to show you guys a little bit. The lights that are made by the lumen, whatever, glowstone stuff, doesn't actually give any more light than anything else. So I was kind of like, you know, if that's the case, why bother? And I've been actually putting these in a different setup. Every 2 is where I put a new lamp. And then we're going to have the entire outer wall here made out of these laboratory blocks. 4 high ceilings, which will allow us to be able to utilize these 3x3 tanks and still have headspace. Of course, these tanks are going to go downstairs in the basement rather than being up here. Is it nighttime? No, it's not nighttime. I've also got to move our wonderful and beautiful smeltery controller down there. And I need to still automate this guy, but I want to get rid of all the stuff in there. Also, we need to move the steelworks here. I think there's still steel in there. So there's a lot of things that need to be done and all of that. I need to remodel this entire place here. I'm going to pull all these glowstone pieces from here, and pretty much the ceiling is going to probably stay the same marble, the fancy tiles. The difference is I'm not going to put any lights up there. The lights are going to be hanging down from the tops, and I don't know how I'm going to space that, but if we look at our options for, I don't know if lamp is the proper word, but I want to try and use these guys, and I need the inverted ones, inverted white cage lamps. Okay, white lumar. You know, this might be a little too... That's not bad considering all we need is bone meal. That's going to be a lot of lights. And I almost don't want to use that type of lamp system. And I want maybe something even different than that. So let's look at the just glowstone, straight up glowstone options here. And these are more what I'm looking for here, but to be able to place that upside down, or not upside down, but from the top down, I'm not sure. The other option for lighting is lava stone. Lava stone gives off a light, and we can put maybe this. We've also got this idea right here, which this I might actually go with more, which is a better option than the other one. Super easy to make, and all we need is a lava bucket, which we can just literally go into the nether and get a bunch of lava from there, or we've got plenty down in the basement. That's sort of the lighting that I was considering, am considering for that basement. We can also place it along the floor. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get to some working, to actually working on some of this stuff, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright, you guys, we're back, and I moved a couple things, and you guys can see there are some rearrangements of wires here. These are actually going to be rearranged one more time. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about it, but we'll figure that out soon. Let's take a look upstairs. This is the completed product, and I'm actually pretty proud of how everything has worked itself out. This right here I'm thinking is going to be potentially for Thaumcraft. If I can get out the door, good lord. Right in here, of course, the bee stuff. I think this rearrangement is much easier to cope with for the time being. Again, eventually I want these tanks to be downstairs. My favorite part and the most important part that we've redone is getting ourselves the pulverizer and redstone furnace things back up and running. But even cooler than that, check this out. I ran these little guys right here. These are facades or conduits or whatever they are for Ender IO. And I stand on this pressure plate, and bada bing, bada boom, we got our stuff that we can now work through and utilize. So a lot easier to have our AE stuff going on right here. Now, what's cool about this is hooked up It goes right into the AE. So we store all of our ores that I collect into there. And this guy right here is hooked up with the leadstone energy cell still. And then we've got a conduit going to a chest, which goes into the ME drive. So in theory, unless I'm doing a huge bulk amount, any ores that need to be dealt with can go into that little box there. Not here, but up there. And be done and over with. This part right here is cool because any extra things, for instance, aluminum dust, can get put into here and then smelted up like normal. So that's really nice. We also have our magma crucible, fluid transposers, induction smelter, and all that stuff that we need to work with. That stuff is going to go in the same room, and then we're going to have a fluid, pressurized fluid conduit going all the way down into the basement so that we can store our energized glowstone and destabilized redstone. Painting machine has got to go upstairs. As well as we got an induction smelter that I want to put up there. We've got a lot of things that we need to put up there, but we've done quite a bit of progress and work on this area. So what I wanted to talk about now is, let's pop over here. Whoopsies. We've got this awesome catwalk. Check this out. I am absolutely loving and adoring these inverted white lamps. Just works perfectly for this catwalk. At the top here, I've lit this place up so we can come right over here and deal with our apiaries, even if it's nighttime. We have our garden going here, which I'm going to expand and make a little more organization to it. Let me get the F7 off there. And I'm going to be spending some time collecting some different things and flowers and all that stuff to kind of get an idea of what's around here. I want to work on getting Botania back up and running, getting some more of that. Now, with Botania, I need to go look up sort of the reasonings why we want to use what we want to use. Simply because we have Terra Steel, I think, is the best of the best. Or maybe like Elven Steel, is it? But we can make some interesting stuff. And what I want to do with Botania in general is I want, yeah, the Elven Gateway Core. And then we've got these band things, which I'm not sure what all that is for. Let's go back into Botania. Here we go. These pylons, by the way, are like the coolest thing ever. I love them. We've got some cool little things that we can build in here, but in specifics, I think this is it. Elementium. This guy right here, sorry about that. This guy right here can make some really, really cool stuff. This, if it's a tier 1, is this the, no, Mana Steel, Terra Steel, and then Elementium Steel. This guy right here, is it that one? One second, let me, I could swear. Maybe it's the Dragonstone? I don't know, but we got some cool stuff. Floating purple flower. How do I make that? Whoa. Interesting. Yeah, we got some stuff that we can do and utilize in this game. I just don't know how. I need to figure out how. I need to figure it out. I need to get back to you guys on how. But we're really, really, really missing out on a lot of good stuff because I just don't have the... I have the resources. I just don't have the knowledge on how I'm supposed to get that all accomplished. So for now, we've done a lot of this cool stuff and this technical stuff and really focused on making things. I think I have a, yeah, I have a bed in here. Really focused on making my phone. I am going to put this I've never gotten this many notifications. Really focused on trying to get ourselves into this place. This right down here is going to become an actual living space. I'm going to put a living room and all this stuff. I think it's going to look really cool. Kitchen and all that for the Pam's Harvest Craft. But I need to clean up the outside here. I need to fill some divots. I need to put the rest of the asphalt in, which means I need more concrete. And I'd really like to focus on making things pretty off camera. But on camera, I want to continue to work on some of these mods. We've got a lot to do. The mutagen is what we want right here, mutagen producer. This thing right here, the biggest thing that's stopping us is the porpoise and the honeydew. We need, let's see, for each one of these we need 1 bee receptacle. Okay, and we need 2 bee receptacles and then the power module. Not too difficult. But if we go back upstairs and look at how much porpoise we have, last I knew, we don't have much porpoise. We are producing now sticky or stringy combs, which do produce porpoise. But we still have a lot to do. So the mutagen producer, oops. Let's see if we have. Oh, we do have enough. Perfect. And honeydew? We have enough of that as well. Has there been an update? I feel like it was a lot harder than that. But we do need a lot of bronze, and that is one thing that is preventing us from doing it. Is bronze really... Is that the only way to get bronze for the Tinker's Construct? Yes, but... What I want to see now... IC2 for bronze. This one. This is the forestry one. How do we make the forestry one? Really? Broken shovel, broken pickaxe. Man, they make this really difficult to do. Bronze dust. Right here. With copper dust and tin all together makes bronze dust. Which we can then put in probably anything to make it into the bronze. Right? Yes. So, yeah. All that's good. We can make that blend and get a ton more of bronze. That way we don't have to use our smeltery down here. This thing needs to be moved. I really don't like using this if at all possible. Now that we've gotten away from it. It's cool for the liquids, and I want to use it for liquidizing things and storing the... bucket stuff and making it all cool looking and pretty. I haven't tried this. This may be a grave mistake, but I want to see what this looks like. If this just turns it back to obsidian or... Okay. Cool. But this might be a short episode, but I think that's going to do it. I've got a lot of work off camera to do. I'm going to clear this out, and make some burgers for myself. And start working on our home part of our base, which we have never, ever, ever had an actual home. I mean, there's going to be a lot of cords, so it's going to be a bit of a workout for me. But, yeah, I'm really excited. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.